Welcome back to our vlog. We are very excited for you to join us on this journey. We are headed to Orissa for a 3-day mission trip. Very excited to be part of this local church in a little village. I do believe that this church has been very faithful, growing in the Lord. I have personally known this church for over 10 years now, and it's such a joy to see what the Lord is doing in this place. So I have Pastor Jojo, Parto and Joey joining along with me on this trip, and so I'm very excited for this next 3 days. Pastor Jojo, thank you for joining us. What are you expecting?
We're expecting a great meeting to happen, expecting a lot of people to come, just God to show up.
Parto?
Yes, thank you that. So believing that the mighty hands of God to move, touch the city, and we see the God's fire and the God's cloud that place.
This is one of my first mission trips, so I'm expecting to learn a lot. And I'm expecting, as he said, a lot more people to come for the meeting. And good food.
We just landed here in Vizag Airport. Now we have to wait for about 5 hours and then take a train from Vizag to Kisinga. We just took a small break to feed our stomachs before we head off to the railway station. I know that it's going to be a long night. We have like 5 hours of layover in Vizag before we get the train. It's 2:45 a.m. The train just arrived. I think our stop will arrive in the next 5 hours. It's 5.5 hours. I hope to complete my sleep. I got to sleep like a couple of hours on the platform. Now another 5 hours in the train. The next stop is Kisinga in Orissa, from where we go by road all the way till Dharamgarh. Good morning, welcome to Orissa with us. This is our first day in Orissa. We are glad we are here finally. It's a beautiful time and a beautiful climate to come to Orissa. It's about 2 hours of drive from here to Dharamgarh, where we are staying. After a long drive of around 2.5 hours, we have finally arrived at our place of stay. We have a couple of hours to freshen up, get ready, have a meal, and then we'll be off to our first meeting for this evening.
It is not about age. It is not about money. It is about revelation.
This session was the hardest session that I've had to ever preach. One, I was sweating, and I was sweating at least 10 times more than last night. Partho was translating for me, he was sweating. The entire congregation was sweating. And we were sitting under an asbestos roof. It was like we were actually in a microwave. We were being heated up as tanduris. Oh my God, I'm so glad we made it through. But I'm thankful. The people, they sat through and they heard the word and they still received. Many people couldn't. The ones that could, they received. I'm happy.
The Lord has not forgotten our prayers. And the Lord is saying, I am about to restore favor.
What do you think we should do for the church here?
And the first thing that we should do is put a slab, because right now it's made up of this asbestos sheet. It's pretty hot in there. I think we should get that build up.
First we can pray for them, and then for secondary there is a lot of, like, we can help in the making the roof part and the AC. They are struggling a lot.
Like Pastor Jojo said, one of the first things we want to do is help the church in building the roof. Currently there is no roof, so thank you for all of you who've been supporting this work. May the Lord continue to bless you. If you have a desire to partner with what God is doing here in Orissa, please feel free to write to me and I'll tell you what is the best way, which account, which person, and how to transfer the money. And we want to really make sure that at least the fact that people here that are coming to worship, that they are not struggling to breathe. We are about to head out, spend some time with dear elderly man of God. This is the man of God who invited me to Orissa for the very first time, almost 12 or 13 years back. We're very keen to go see what the Lord is doing in his life. Just go spend some time with him and his family.
A prophetess in Gandhinagar. We were invited to their home. She said, you plan to go to a city in Odisha, but God wants to send you to a village. Then I don't know where I have to go. My wife never came. I had gone to Kandhamal and all this. In the spirit, prophetic word. You are going to a new place and I will send you to a village. You will not go to a city. I accepted. There you will walk through a river. When you walk through the river, you will find 3 more country boats. So both the sides only water, middle empty, up.
Okay.
But I was shocked and I was blessed by God. This is from the Lord. So I took it as a promise. So it is about a kilometer from here, little more than a kilometer. From that day, I was praying for this place.
How this ministry should function after you? Like who will run this ministry?
That I have not thought about so far, because I know I have to do a lot of things. And God told me through many people that I will see everything with my own eyes before I die. Whatever God promised.
Yes, God. That's a confidence that I want to have. Yes, God.
Hallelujah.
We've reached the end of our trip. I'm very grateful to the Lord for giving us an opportunity like this to come all the way here, to witness what God is doing here, to witness how the Lord is moving among the people here. The work is not over. There is plenty of work to be done, plenty of equipping to be done, and a few things that I do need on my next journey is better translators, better resources in terms of probably books or Bibles, different types of resources that I can just distribute over here to help them, equip them to understand the things of the Lord. But I do believe that this is a good start. Last time when I came, the exposure I had was different. This time when I come, the exposure I have is different. So I do believe that I am everything that the Lord is doing for me and through me back home. It is not just for our churches there, or it's not just for our churches under the branding and the organization that we know. I believe that this is also for the body of Christ in some of these remote places who have nobody else. No one wants to come to places like this. It's not that easy to come and serve these people. So I do believe that the Lord would send us back again, and this time we would be able to do what we did this time at a higher dimension, help more people and practically equip them at a higher dimension. Very grateful to the Lord for this opportunity, going back with a full heart, but at the same time looking forward to coming back.